Hey everyone, Billy the Kid here, and we're currently not in the trade room. That was terrifying. I'm actually in my laundry room because, I finally got a table that is a bit sketch, but we're just going to roll with it for now. Probably should have WD-40'd this thing, but oh well. Too late now. By the way, Erie Triplex Superset. That's what we're doing today. Be sure the mic is on. It is. Probably should have checked before I hit record, but this thing is insane. This table is crap, but we're just gonna roll with it. So this is the first impressions on this thing. Of course, got trusty K-bar, washing machine. We're rolling with this. Picked this up today, which finally arrived. You might notice that the triplex, the standalone triplex, have already been around. Jesus Christ. Let me not destroy the shipper. There we go. And when the fellas over at Trainland said, hey, it's a big box, you better have a car that can carry it, I was like, oh, gee, jolly willikers. And they're right. This thing is big. So, anyways, the way I do these first impression videos is essentially we're just gonna roll with the punches, see what's going on, what do we get. It's not a review. Wow, that is one big Vision Line box. So set includes, I don't know if you can see that, we got our Vision Triplex Locomotive and Tender, Vision stock car, so sound car, 8K gallon tank car, 2 double-sided sheath box cars, single sheath box car, 4 woodside reefers, a hobo box car, so now that's 2 sound cars, a steel-sided box car, 3 two-bay hoppers, and a Vision woodside caboose, so 3 sound cars, plus the locomotive. I paid in total for this set like 39 something, so still under Lionel's asking price, which was I think $4,000, barely, but nonetheless, we're not gonna, like, when I do a review of this, what we're gonna determine is if the set itself is worth it. We're judging everything as the set, not like, oh, well, the triplex. Although, I've said some pieces on Discord and other people's chat when the triplex came out. And, I've said my piece. Well, I'll talk about that, when we cross that bridge. But I'm going to stop the camera because, trust me, you don't need to hear me breathing like a stuck pig, getting this out of the shipper and opening it up. I think I'll save your ears for that. So thank you. You're welcome, by the way. You are very, very, very welcome. All right. Thank God I did not film that. Because seriously, it was bad. I'm already still winded. So this is the box. You can kind of see it better. It's a nice looking box. Would have been nice if there was some art on it. I know Lionel tends to do like art with some of their sets, but it's not bad. Simple Vision Line box. Of course. Let's get it open. big box. And I fixed the table, so now I'm not gonna have an aneurysm if the thing falls and breaks, because there's gonna be things I'm gonna say that probably are not a good thing. So obviously, this isn't all the cars. You got our triplex up here. We got our stock car right here. We got our Vision Line caboose here. So we'll start from, we're going to get everything out. And there's more stuff underneath, obviously. Piece of styrofoam broke. That's always fun. I have to say, I'm actually impressed with the Vision caboose here, as you can see. Obviously, when we get it out, you'll get a better look at it. Doesn't look bad. I really like the coloring of it. I believe Train World did like an exclusive. It's the same blue as the triplex, but it is what it is. Stillwell Spring Water, Niagara Falls, New York. Represent. I'm not in Niagara Falls, by the way. I just like Niagara Falls. I like that it says Niagara Falls, New York. I'm going to put it over here on the washing machine because that way I have room. This is the steel side boxcar. Yeah, the one thing that's kind of annoying about this set is all that styrofoam. Which, obviously, I get why it's there, but, still. All right, so one of the hoppers. And this is the other hopper right here. As you can see. Yeah, Erie 2-bay hoppers. So that's two of them. So we got our. So yeah, the tank car showed that's your 8K or 8,000 gallon tank car. You get one of those. It says it on the box. Yeah, you get one of those. And one steel-sided box car. So that's so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of rolling stock. How many? Oh, we get 3 hoppers. My mistake, 3. So you got your third one here. I'm not going to show you that one because you've already seen it. Hoboken Bindle. Travel with Hoboken. Not bad. The design on this is really nice looking. Hoboken Bindle Co. Steel side boxcar. This is going to be a nice set, I have to say. It's also going to be quite a loud set because of the sound cars. Looking for that. Got your Woodside Arether, Berkshire Ham and Bacon. Nice. It's nice. I like it. Miller and Hart. This is the other Woodside Reefer. Mother's Cocoa, Woodside Reefer. Union Refrigerator, URTX / Erie, another Woodside Reefer. I'm running out of space over here. That's 9, 10. Of course, you got your stock car. This is one of the sound cars. You know, it's not. It's all right. You know, simple color, Erie. The Erie logo looks pretty good on there, if you ask me. You got legacy control, unloading, loading and unloading sequences, freight/cattle sounds in motion. So while the car, so there's two sounds it makes. There's a loading/unloading sequence when the car is stationary, and you can activate that with the legacy remote. And while the car is in motion, it has, you know, freight sounds, so you'll hear the wheels squeaking and cattle sounds. So that's kind of cool. Again, it adds more sound to your consist, and considering, you know, how large this set is with all the cars. Again, 15 pieces of rolling stock. You know, it's pretty good. I'm gonna move this there just in case. You know, don't wanna. This is the Dunmore Supply double sheath boxcar. So this is your double sheath boxcar. Graphics look good. You got Pennsylvania there. I have to say, you know, some of these graphics are pretty good. I'm liking it. This is Stracata Beer Woodside Reefer. So here's another reefer. Love the art on it. Love the color of this. Again, when we get it out of the box, you'll see it. I'll show it off a little bit more. Erie Elevator Grain Line double sheath boxcar. So another double sheath boxcar. Again, it's, you know, a simple design. You know, nothing too fancy on it. And then here's your single sheath boxcar. Where's that Hoboken one? Okay, so the Hoboken Bindle Co. That is your hobo car, your hobo box car. So what that means is that actually also has sound. So this is going to have plays rail clack in motion. So again, as the car is in motion, you know, while the car is in motion, it will play like a clickety clack sound. So 15 pieces of rolling stock. It's pretty good, you know. A lot of debate about whether or not the triplex was like a good vision line locomotive. I mean, in all honesty, I've just hit the microphone. In all honesty, if the set wasn't a thing, I probably would have skipped it. I mean, as much as I love weird locomotives, it's a pricey what's it called? It's pricey. So we'll get this guy out. Of course, Lionel decided to use the cheap styrofoam. You know, I mean, like, I don't know why they use that cheap styrofoam. It gets everywhere. It breaks easily. Little flakes everywhere. Not my cup of tea. Okay. All right, you got your owner's manual here. Now, I've heard this described as semi-permanently coupled together. As far as I'm aware, the only reason you would ever take this apart is for maintenance. Let's see. Locomotive tender separation. It does show you how to do it in the manual. So, as you can see here, actually, let me make sure you can see it. It does show you how to take it apart. There's a plug, there's a simple drawbar with a screw. Unscrew it, then you can, disconnect it. You're not going to be doing it most of the time. That's the thing. Most of the time, like for regular operation, you're not going to really take it apart. It's not meant to be taken apart. I mean, you can see it comes in a box like this. So, in all honesty, I just say permanently coupled together. Although it's not really permanently coupled, you can disconnect it. I'm not sure about the MTH version of this, but probably something similar. And wow, that is beautiful so far. Let me go actually get some track real quick. I'll be right back. So I'm actually currently oiling up my the triplex just to get that out of the way. This is the screw, by the way, to disconnect the locomotive from the tender, and then there's a wire tether between them. So I just wanted to show you that before I forget, and I'll let you guys know. I'll show it off on the track here in a little bit after I'm done oiling the thing. All right, so as you can see, we got it on the track here. Looks nice. Got it oiled up. The switches are underneath the tender here. And I'm going to actually put you guys on the stand here. There we go. Ooh. And there's your antenna. So you got your tender smoke, whistle smoke, main stack, Bluetooth, and 40, and then you got your run program switch, so it's all underneath this. You have 4 magnets under there. Oh, I could have just pulled it up from there. Stupid me. Got your opening hatches here. You got actually a drop plate there. Unlike with this engine, my H10B, I'm probably not going to disconnect the tender to show you the inside of the cab because that looks like a pain in the butt to do. And already, this is already a gargantuan engine. Just getting it from where I was unboxing it into here was already a pain in the ass. Don't really need to, exhaust myself that much. But if I do like a full length review, like on this set, I'll see what I can do to get you guys inside the cab to show the inside of the cab. Because actually, what I found out, the Hiawatha, that still has firebox flicker. Yeah, it's got a firebox flicker in it. Even though you can't see inside the cab really. The back isn't open. It's enclosed completely. So we'll see about that. This has regular stack, whistle steam. Got your tender stack there. You also have the swinging bell. And it's actually got a little lanyard. So that's cool. And of course, everyone's talking about the wheel slip thing. I don't know. Personally, I think Lionel should have gone in the other direction, whereas just make it a pulling monster like the real one and just break couplers. I think they should have gone with that fucking route. I think they should have gone with that route, if you ask me. Because that would have been hilarious. Like, you know, it's like, oh man, it's like the real one. It's breaking couplers left and right. It's like, oh man, I put 100 cars on this thing and it's still pulling like there's nothing behind it. Time to add another 100. I mean, that would have been great. You know, why not? Hire me, you know, as a consultant of some sort. We'll make some good stuff, me and you. We will. Certainly would have probably told you that, wow, that catalog was a bad idea, the most recent catalog. By the way, I'm still making a video on that, too. I know I'm like a week or 2 weeks late, but, you know, I got to get my pound of flesh in, too. So what I'm going to do now is this is all oiled up, ready to go. I'm going to program it into my Legacy remote. I'll get all the cars attached. I won't bore you with that. So I'll see you then. So I just wanted to touch base real quick. This is the Vision stock car, and this is the caboose over here. Both of these have to be programmed into your Legacy remote or the base 3. You have your volume control right here, volume knob. Your run program switch is there, and then of course you got your min max thing there, switch there. And on the caboose, the run program switch is right over, right there, right here. So I'm going to get this all programmed onto my Legacy remote, because generally when you get a new programmable, whether it's the caboose, also you have your lights on off, you got your min max, you got your volume switch there, or volume knob there. Generally, also the caboose has a electrocoupler on it. Do these have? Oh, this one also has an electrocoupler right here. So that's kind of cool. So you do have to program these into your remote. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put this at probably 6 and this at 9, just to make it easier, because when you get a new Legacy item, whether it's Station Sounds Diner, you know, it's a Station Sounds car, or it's, you know, the stock car or the caboose or an engine even, it'll automatically go to 1. And, you know, generally you want to program it to another thing. You want to program it to another, what's it called? Another section, another number. So I'm going to do that real quick. I got the majority of the cars on there. Also, those hopper cars come with weights. Mine had to be re-glued. Just some super glue does it, and so crazy glue, whatever, whatever your flavor of crazy glue, whatever your favorite flavor of super glue, use that. Some dabs of that, and it just slides in. It sits nicely. Doesn't come with any coal loads, so I might have to buy some coal loads for them. Kind of disappointing it doesn't come with coal loads, a little bit. Just a bit, but, generally hoppers, they should have a load in them. It's got the weights, which I appreciate. Coal loads, I'd have to get the measurement of the cars. But then again, I do have 25 pounds of actual coal. So if I ever need it, I could just put this stuff in there. Yeah, this is actual coal. I bought off of Amazon. 25 pounds of it. Uh, you know, so if I really want to, I could just dump that in there. Although that kind of gets messy and it's a bit of a pain, but it is what it is. It's a hobby. You have fun with it. So I'll check back with you guys in a bit, and when I get everything situated and set up, and we'll take it around on the layout. I'll show you the features the triplex has, and of course the most important one, the wheel slip. The thing that's going to be used once. All right, so I've got everything set up. I did some test runs of just running this around my outer loop, which obviously that's the only way it's going to run. And oh boy, this thing loves derailing. I don't think I've had like a complete loop yet. And I don't want to say it's the Locomotive's fault because my train board is quite old. Me and my dad put this together 2002. So the thing is about as old as me. Well, a little bit. It's like, 20 plus years old. The one board is warped. Like there's two boards here that are warped. Sorry about that. But we'll turn this on. Smoke is There's your swinging bell. It's not bad. I don't really mind it. Your whistle. But of course, everyone loves the wheel slippage. We're going to show that. Right? Also, I don't know if you can see in there. Actually, let me take you off the stand a little bit. That's the inside of the cab. That's really as good as it's going to get. But there's some piping in there. It's not bad looking. Again, I don't really want to like disconnect it because make sure that I have tender smoke on. I do. All right, we got train brake on. Didn't quite get it. Just reverse it. Again, just given the length of this, get a nice close-up of the cars. Oh yeah, this is one of those hoppers, by the way. And inside you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but that's your weights. But yeah, I've been having derailment issues with this. And I think it's just given the length, and also my board is not the greatest. But, I want to give you at least a nice shot of the cars while they go around. That's your stock car there. Hobo Box car. Gotta see if there's any derailment issues. Oh, yep. There's a derailment already. Sorry about that. We had a slight derailment. There it is. By the way, the tender funnel, or the tender smokestack, clogs very, very easily. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's like derailing. Oh, yep. Derailed again. Of course it did. And I mean, that's so keep in mind, if your track is not flat, you know, this locomotive might be better, or this set might be better on yeah, like I gotta clear the tender stack every now and then. I don't know if I just overloaded it with smoke fluid, but you'd think it would have burnt out, it would have burned it by now, but no. Oh my god, I got another derailment. See, this is the problem. Like, I think there's not enough weight up front. Let's see how many cars are derailed. All right. You know what? Let me bring you guys over here. I think that would be better. Because you got one car derailed, two cars already derailed. And again, I mean, this would be like, this is supposed to be like a nice. Oh, is this one derailed? Oh, a third one, the hobo boxcar. That's derailed as well. So, you know, quite a decent amount of cars have been derailed. You know, 3 derailments, it's a lot. You know? And again, is there a way for me to fix this? Yeah, probably. It would either be lay the track again. All right, let's see. I'm gonna point you in the direction there. Let us see if it'll make it around that corner. Or will it derail and short the track out? Who will see? Let us see. So it kind of worked. Again, derailments aside, you know, let's reverse it actually. I mean, the front smoke is pretty decent. I can't really complain about it. You know, the front smokestack, great. The rear, the problem with the rear is, you know, you got to keep blowing into it to kind of get it going. I don't know if it's just if there's blockage in there, or maybe I filled it up too much and it's just got to like work its way out. There it goes. It's not bad. Again, price wise, it really isn't terrible. Let me zoom you fools out. There we go. But yeah, I mean, the front smokestack is fantastic. I mean, you guys know me. I love a good smoker. I love a good smoking engine. I do like that you can actually reach the switches for the underneath here. I like that. The swinging bell is nice. The wheel slip thing, I'm still having like issues like actuating. Let me turn off the engine before I suffocate. 5016. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Lionel put in this block of foam in between the tender and the cab. So if you do get a triplex, which probably if you bought the standalone, you already have it, that's a pain in the butt to get out, but you'll finagle it out there. But yeah, it's not a bad locomotive. Here's my thing. I would have went with just keep a motor in here in the tender rather than have the wheel slippage. Just have it act as a normal motor, and have this put traction tires on the rear set here, and just have it be a pulling monster. I think that would have been way better, because then it's like the actual locomotive. And yes, I know the wheel slippage is also like the locomotive in real life, but you ask me, I rather forego the wheel slip function and just have two powered drivers. I know Vision Line, their whole goal is to essentially make like these insane, like, innovative things, or innovative tech, but I don't know. Personally, the wheel slip thing, the wheel slip function, I don't think it's going to get used much. I'm certainly not going to like use it that often, or at least not intentionally. Again, trying to get it to work is kind of a pain in the butt. Is it a nice little party trick? Sure, but again, I rather have it pulling power, to be honest. And again, you could have brought that price down, Lionel, if it was just a normal motor with traction tires, and this was just a normal powered driver. I think it would have been better, if you ask me. I think the audience would have appreciated it more. That's just me. The set as a whole, honestly, you get some nice looking cars. The reefers, I definitely like the graphics on it. Um, Again, you get 3 sound cars, 2 of which are the Vision line sound cars. Your caboose and your stock car. It adds volume to the train. Personally, I like it. I do like that you get a lot of rolling stock compared to what was the first one that came out? The Big Boy Superset. The Big Boy Superset, $4,500 because Lionel's MSRP for this was 4,000. So the Big Boy Superset was 45, so it was $500 more. You got less cars, I think 5 less cars, and the cars themselves, like there was only one interesting looking car, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like a World War II like style box car or like a War Bonds box car. I don't know. I think if you just want that car, at the end of the day, it's your money. I do whatever the heck you want with it. I can't tell you what to do with it, but I don't think it was worth it. I think this set was way more worth it. Again, your mileage may vary. Um, One thing I will say is if your boards are as warped as mine are, start trying to like maybe shim the track a little bit because this thing does not enjoy it. Yeah, this gal does not enjoy the bad track laying that I have done. I'm gonna try to like fool around with different setups. I mean, my idea is to have like 4 non-sound cars, then a sound car, so that way it's more evened. The sound is a bit more evenly distributed. But I might have to add some weights to these cars because, well, there's just nothing I can do about it. I thought adding this here because this does have weights, but maybe this is just not heavy enough. Might have to add some weights to the box cars here because, in all honesty, I keep getting derailments here, and even down the train, I still have derailments. So I don't know. I'll try to keep you guys updated. This has been my first impressions of this locomotive. My opinion on the Vision Line Triplex. If you want a Triplex standalone, go with the MTH. The MTH one is perfectly reasonable. If you can get a good deal on the Lionel one, also okay. But there's nothing wrong with the MTH ones. I think Lionel was charging a little bit too much for them, if you ask me. But the set itself, I think, is a much better use of money. The guys at Ken, actually from Trainland, he was saying they got a couple of other sets, super sets. He's thinking about breaking up the set because it's just so gargantuan. Which, ain't a bad idea. But then again, personally, I think the value of the set, I mean, storage wise, it's a pain in the ass. Like this is like storing this. You got to put it on the layout, or you gotta like, all that. But nonetheless, and also, I mean, this is a really it's a pain in the butt engine to put back in the box too. I mean, this thing is gargantuan again. And, again, the foam pieces, the one that goes over the headlight, that's easy to put in. But the one that's between the tender and the cab, that one's going to be a pain in the butt to put back together. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I know this has been a longer video. If you like the video, hit like. If you want to leave a comment, you can do that too. If you think I ramble for too much, tell me to, go, screw myself or something. I don't know. Write whatever you want in the comments. I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do.